Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame. Right now, the ES is hitting up against major resistance. You have your FOMC key level here from May 4th coming across the highs here, 41.86 You can see it was right within striking distance of that high yesterday. Turned down off of this level multiple times since its creation here, and we're now back at the level. We also have a very clear narrow range that is developed at this zone, just like we did last time before we had a sell-off here. The difference this time around is that we have a very mature turnaround and short-term upswing that has happened since the lows at around 36.50. Strong lows here, key range development, a very nice push higher, higher highs, higher lows. We now have a very clear narrow range and a failure to push through the upside of that range in the prior session. Price pushed through the previous week's high, failed, and then turned back into the pivot range for the week. It is now sitting there around the previous month's close price. The previous month's close has been a very sticky level here for price throughout the first part of August so far. Again, a very narrow range that suggests expansion up ahead. We have a very strong short-term bull trend at the moment, which is the longest we've had so far this year, but we're butting up against major overhead resistance. So again, which way are we going to go here? Failure through 40.80 opens up a bit more weakness, perhaps back to the FOMC key level below. That's 39.77, the one that developed here on July 27th. Again, given the overall trend here, any pullback could still be an opportunity for bulls to defend and look for another attempt higher. We have this key range here that broke to the upside here recently. We're sitting at the 50% extension. The 100% is still 42.61. So while right now we're still within range, we could continue to develop within this range. Eventually here we could see a nice move out of this range one way or another. Given the upside trend, if we do pull back a bit and find a strong low, that could provide a very good continuation to the upside. So we'll be keeping an eye on this narrow range as it continues to develop. Here's the NQ. The NQ here has continued to trend up. The previous session, a bit of a rejection here and a pullback. Not quite the narrow range that the ES and the YM have right now, but still very bullish overall trend. You can notice right here that price pushed back above the 13K zone modestly here. So this 13K level right there has been very important. Price dropped through it before, came back, retested, and dropped, and it's been a multiple week attempt here to now come back to that zone and push through it. You'll notice right here the key range that developed before. We came within striking distance of the 100% target here, almost getting it yesterday. So very nice continuation. Again, if we do pull back here a bit, do we get a nice, decent, strong low? If so, there could be another rotation to the upside as this market continues to push quietly higher. Any failure to hold 13K on a meaningful basis here could open up a bit more pullback. But right now, still trending up until proven otherwise. The pullback here into the Pima trigger zone will be very important. Taking a look here at crude oil. Right now, crude oil is up just over 1%. This one has also been trending, but down in big fashion here. Big downtrending channel. The failed new high that developed here off of composite VWAP led to a big time push to new lows and got our 87.22 target. That was a naked FOMC key level from January 26. Finally got that level. You'll notice over here that when it was developed here, it rallied. Almost got it here, rallied, and now this is the next time back. So big time support at that level, 87.22. And you'll notice that price is right now trading just below the previous quarter's low price. So if it can pop back above this blue line, it opens up some potential to bounce back up toward recent resistance here at about 100 to 101. But given the downtrend, and given the fact that we are testing the previous quarter's low from below, if there's any rejection here at 92.5, 93, or any failed new high that develops similar to here or here or here or there, we could be looking at another rotation down ahead. And if we do break to the downside, we have the 25% key levels down below. That's 85s, and that'll be the next key level here to test down below, perhaps even lower into 80. But this blue line is going to be very important. Can it pop back above that line and hold, or do we see another rejection? Taking a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down 2.75% right now. This one's banging on the door to 25K here. 25K, big time CLVN in the chart. You'll notice here some rounded bottoms that have developed so far in Bitcoin, and a very clear compression phase here at the apex of this pattern. So there's a move coming. There's a move coming. Will it be to the upside for the first time in a while? Above 25K could open up a move back toward 29, maybe as high as 32K. You have a composite VWAP up here and retrade through this zone. Or do we continue to stay in a very clear downward trending market structure? You drop, build a range, drop, build a range, drop, build a range. Do we drop again? Again, 25K right here will be a big change. If it were to break to the upside, it'd be the first time that we're breaking market structure back up, and that would be significant from a bull perspective, but got to keep eyes on 25K. Ether futures here down 4% today. This one has been much more bullish, up 80% off of the July lows already, from 1,000 to 1,800. We've pulled back here yesterday or today after hitting 1,800 yesterday, and are still in this clear uptrend. The FOMC key level is still a naked bullish level, and so any retest could still be defended. But clearly, this market right now needs to really be able to maintain this market structure. It broke this one to the upside here. It's now trying to hold in here. Can it continue to step its way higher up ahead? 1,800 going to be very important in the short term. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Quick note, this will be the last pre-market report of the week here, as I will be headed out of the office throughout the week. We will be back with the next pre-market report Monday morning. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the room. Take care.